Absolutely. And not long after that, you went on to work on what's probably your most famous composition, which is the BBC News theme. How did you get approached to work on that?
Well, that was the year after the single came out.
Yeah.
So it was a pretty, some people have their golden time, I think, and in a way that was probably mine. That where all the hits are happening in one go, and so I did the single, and then the following year, I was just approached by the BBC and said, "Do you want to? Are you happy to be on the short list of composers that we're going to consider to rebrand the BBC News?" And I was like, "Let me think about that." Yeah, took about, and so yeah, it didn't take much. So I said, "Yeah, obviously that'd be absolutely amazing. I'd be completely honoured." So, and then we got narrowed down to a short list, and I went to meet Martin, who was the creative director. And he explained what the whole thing was about. And he said, basically, up until that point, all the BBC News shows had all got different theme tunes, and they all looked a bit different. They all sounded a bit different. And what he wanted to do was create this one single brand sound and brand look for the BBC News.
Yeah.
To bring it into the new millennium, into the 2000s. And so that was the whole plan, and it was creating a look and a feel and everything. And so he said, and I want the music to be instantly recognisable, and to be completely different to any of anything you've ever heard before. It's got to be completely different, and it's got to be unique and distinctive, and above all memorable. And as soon as you hear it, you've got to sort of instantly know what you're listening to. And so that was the brief, and so we went off, and I came up with a couple of demos and sent those in, and I thought, oh no, we've definitely not got the job. The demo, I think I've got it here somewhere. Let's have a look. I'll play the original demo for the BBC News. So, and I just thought, no, I mean, it's completely different to what they got, but I wasn't convinced that it was going to win the job, So, but lo and behold, a couple of weeks later, they phoned me up and said, "Oh, Martin wants to work with you as the composer on the news job." I was like, "Oh, wow, incredible!" So I had to go then for another meeting, and then he explained it all in more